Hello, movie nerds, and welcome back to Cinematic Sarcastic, podcast that talks all things movies and television. I'm Natalie, and I'm your host. On today's episode, we are going to talk about The Legend of Vox Machina. Season 2 just dropped yesterday for me, but by the time this episode goes up, it'll probably be almost a week ago that the second season dropped. Now, if there is anyone out there that is not familiar with The Legend of Vox Machina, this is a cartoon series that was developed by the cast members of Critical Role. And for anyone not familiar with Critical Role, I would highly recommend going to YouTube and checking them out. You can watch them. They're like voice actors that started to do D&D campaigns, and it is an absolute just hoot to watch them. There are so many episodes of just their D&D campaigns in general that would keep you entertained from now until next year. There are so many episodes. I think there are 3 campaigns. If I'm not mistaken, they're still going on the 3rd campaign, but there's at least 2 finished campaigns that are up. I want to say the first season, if you will, of D&D campaigns is something like 141 episodes on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure all of them are 3 or 4 hours long. You can find all of that under the YouTube channel Geek and Sundry, which, I'm pretty sure they have playlists for all of the campaigns and all of that good stuff. So when Critical Role first came out, it was voice actors that just decided to start streaming a D&D campaign that they were already kind of playing, and they decided to start streaming it on Twitch, I believe. And now it is available on YouTube. I'm not sure if they were doing it on Twitch and YouTube at the same time back in the day. I think the first campaign started 7 years ago. I'm rewatching it now because I don't remember a lot of stuff from the first campaigns. They were so long ago, but the first season of the cartoon, they had done a GoFundMe. The members of Critical Role had done a GoFundMe for anyone that's not familiar, and they were asking just as a GoFundMe to raise $750,000. I think the amount was what they were originally asking for to start the cartoon, The Legends of Vox Machina. And I believe the final number that they achieved from fan donations and all of that good stuff was 11 million. Completely exceeded their expectations, no doubt. And so we got last year the first season of The Legends of Vox Machina, or The Legend of Vox Machina. I should correct myself there. For anyone who is not familiar, even if you are not a D&D fan or you don't know anything about Critical Role, I would say absolutely, it's on Amazon Prime. Go check out The Legend of Vox Machina. It's such a fun cartoon to watch. Scanlan is one of my absolute favorite characters from the just cartoon. Well, from the campaigns and stuff in general, but from the cartoon, he's just so much fun. And to get to see all of the characters, with D&D, they did little composites and things during their campaigns, so you could kind of see what the characters looked like, and you had a general description and stuff. But D&D is a tabletop game, so you don't really necessarily get to see the characters fully fleshed out. And so to get to watch them in cartoon form is so much fun, to get to see Vax and Vex and everyone together, and Trinket and all of them. But Scanlan, I think for me at least, Scanlan always steals the show in the cartoon. He's so funny and so fun. And I love him. He's one of my favorite characters. But it's just such a fun cartoon to sort of watch. I would say, depending on how old, if you have children, I would say maybe preview. It's 30-minute episodes. Maybe preview the episodes before sitting down with your kids to watch, because this is what I would consider an adult cartoon. There are a lot of jokes and things, especially from Scanlan, that happen that I feel might potentially be not acceptable for kids of a certain age. But other than that, I think it's great fun. It's got all of the good stuff. There's poison and vampires and dragons and just tons of fun characters that are in it. I love every single one of them. I enjoy Critical Role. I just think it's so much fun. So the second season, we pick up after, without giving too many spoilers, I will try not to spoil anything, but the ending of the last season, we saw 4 dragons coming to the city to attack all at once. And so season 2 basically just picks up there. We get to see them kind of fleeing for their lives, essentially. And then sort of what happens to them as they're trying to come up with a way to defeat these 4 dragons. And again, we only have the first 3 episodes. It does end, the 3rd episode ends on a cliffhanger that had me in tears, like sobbing like a little baby over what happens at the end of that last episode, or the episode 3, I guess. But definitely, I would highly recommend checking it out if you are in any way, shape, or form a nerdy nerd, as I feel like we all are. At least if you listen to me, you probably are somewhat of a nerd. And it's definitely one of my favorites. I hope that they will do this cartoon for many, many more years to come. I know they have other campaigns with other characters, and I'm not sure how they're going to kind of put that together, like the Mighty Nine. And I just need to see some of the characters from like each campaign in this cartoon. I'm not sure how they're going to do it, because the cartoon is called The Legend of Vox Machina. So I don't know if the Mighty Nine or anyone from like campaign 3 is going to come in freshly cut grass. I need to see that robot. So we'll see how it goes and see kind of what they do with it. But I'm very excited for future seasons. I desperately need to know what happens in episode 4. Like, I need it to hurry up and get there so that I can see what happens the rest of this season. It always goes by so quick because they're such short little episodes, but highly recommend. So those are my thoughts on The Legend of Vox Machina. Definitely check it out if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you want to join the Movie Nerd family, and I hope to see you in the next episode.